Everyone has heard about the subconscious mind. Heck, everyone has one. But what is it? What does it do? What does it know? Well, wouldn't you like to know? Or wouldn't you like to know? Hello everybody, I'm Roger Simpson, clinical hypnotist at the Flow Center in Dallas. You can reach us at theflowcenter.com or at hypnosisoverthephone.com or at 214, that's my private number, 214-699-6627. Subconscious mind, unconscious mind, hidden mind, inmost mind, inner mind, intuitive mind, repressed mind, suppressed mind, subliminal mind. I'm sure you can make up a few yourself. Everybody does. The Bible calls it the heart, and it was thought of as the heart for most of history. In fact, the biological heart was not really thought of until Michelangelo or Leonardo's day, when they began to do what we now know as autopsies. However, I'm sure that many warriors and warrior kings knew that it was the power source of the body, I mean the physical heart was, because it was prized so much in many primitive societies. But I'm off on a tangent again. Basically, the subconscious mind is the mind you have below your conscious awareness, that you're aware of. You run smack dab into it every night when you dream. So what all is below your conscious awareness? Well, I'll take a stab at it and say that anything in your body that has life, that you don't have to think about running, is controlled or regulated by the subconscious mind. So what is all that? Now, all the organs, your lymphatic system, your circulatory system, your nervous system, that includes everything except parts of your forebrain, your immune system, all the systems involved with healing a wound or a piercing of the skin or the breaking of a bone. There's probably a bunch I missed, like the intelligence or sub-programs that are taking care of the nourishment and waste removal of each one of the tens of trillions of living cells in your body. And as far as what's going on topside, the subconscious takes in all the information from your five senses every instant of every second of every minute of every day of our lives, and it stores it and processes it and puts it into context, perhaps stored with an emotion that was attached to it at the time that it occurred, if any, and filters it into our conscious awareness at a minuscule rate of about 140 bits at a time. That's so we are not consciously overwhelmed by everything. There's probably a few senses we're not really aware of that make up our intuition, like detection of pheromones, detection of invisible but nevertheless real electrical and magnetic fields, and we literally swim in these days, including the ones we probably generate ourselves and interact with those generated by the people around us. Circadian rhythms, the rhythms of the earth and the planets and the solar and cosmic radiation and so on and on and on and on, that we probably detect as senses but haven't really been measured yet. But they do exist. Now, how about the interactions between our subconscious and our DNA, where traumatic events in our lives are imprinted on the perhaps junk part of our DNA that nobody knows what it's for, as genomic memory, and perhaps it's passed along to our offspring. I mean, how do you actually know to be scared of spiders or tigers or snakes the first time you see them in your life? Or how do you know to chew your food or blink your eyes? The subconscious mind houses all the subroutines. That is, all the repetitive tasks you've had to use over and over by the conscious mind until, as you're learning it, until they become habit, routine, like walking or riding a bike, using a phone, driving a car, or smoking a cigarette, chewing your nails, eating the wrong foods, gambling, good habits as well as destructive habits. The old concept of the subconscious mind being the tip of the iceberg compared to the subconscious being the part of the iceberg that's underwater, maybe, like woefully short-sighted. It's probably more like an ant to the elephant comparison, or a champagne bubble to a hot air balloon. The brain is made up of a bunch of parts, different parts, like a computer. Or maybe it's the other way around. It's amazing that mankind knows what it does, of the functions of these different parts. When you think about it, it's hard to imagine finding out how a living brain works, surgically, without damaging how it works. While you're trying to find out, brave souls that put themselves under the knife and probably don't even remember it, because they really can't remember it. Brings to mind the fact that they don't really know where what we call the mind is. Turns out that the heart has a bunch of brain cells. It might be where the emotions really do come from. The intestines also are another major nerve center with brain-like functions. Gives new meaning to having a gut feeling about something. And finally, the mysterious world of dreams. Dreams are what the conscious mind sees while the subconscious is processing all the day's data it collected and putting it into some relationship or context with all the past data that it's collected in days gone by. And all through history, dreams have also touched upon another part of the mind whose location is also very hard to pin down in the body. And these kinds of dreams are otherworldly, prophetic. And they tie in with the subject of our next episode, because these dreams, these visions, are touched by the infinite with a capital I. This is Roger Simpson at the Flow Center in Dallas. You can reach us at theflowcenter.com or at hypnosisoverthephone.com or at my private number, 214-699-6627. I'll see you soon.